Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds. I'm here with another fragrance review, and this one was chosen by you guys. A couple of people said it's already been done, but I haven't done it, so let's go ahead and do it, especially because I've already changed my opinion about this one. Well, in the last couple of years, I've changed my opinion about this one. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, it's Ferragamo Uomo Signature. So I reviewed Uomo, the original, years ago. And after that one, I got Urban Feel and never got to review it. My dad was here, actually, I think when I was at my old house, and I wanted to give him something that was like a nice versatile daily wear, and he ended up liking that one, so I gave it to my dad because it is a really good one. So after that, I sold the regular Uomo years ago. Urban Feel my dad has. I do have Casual Life, and I'm gonna start wearing it a little bit more in the spring, but I figured let's go ahead and do a review of this because when I got it initially, I did not care for it. Let's go over the notes a little bit. So we have Rocky here with us, so if you see me swatting, it's because he's trying to play. He only wants to play when I turn the camera on, or if somebody gives me a phone call. So the notes in this, we're gonna talk about the notes that are supposed to be in here and then what you're actually gonna smell. So you have pink pepper, Italian mandarin, and grapefruit in the top, cinnamon, cardamom, cypress in the mid, and then tonka bean, leather, roasted coffee beans, and patchouli in the base. Now, I really don't get the citruses. I get a little bit of that pink pepper, but I definitely get the cardamom, leather, and tonka bean. For me, those are the three most prominent notes. But it's not like a abrasive leather at all. It's just a really smooth leather. And if you like tonka bean, which is why I revisited this, you're probably gonna really like this. Initially when I got it, I felt like it was too sweet for me, but lately I've been kind of gravitating towards sweeter scents, so I was like, okay, let me give this a shot, see if I like it, and I do. It is a really smooth fragrance to my nose. Yeah, I like it a lot, honestly. The coffee beans, this isn't really, you're not really gonna get an authentic coffee fragrance in this. Even in comparison to Halloween Man X, I would probably say if you want like a coffee note, I would probably gravitate towards that one over this one. You're gonna get more of like a tonka bean leather with a nice little bit of spicy cardamom in this. And I think to me, I prefer this. I got rid of Halloween Man X years and years ago. It was too sweet for me. And I personally feel like it's sweeter and a little bit more youthful than this one. I like this one a lot now. It's like really crazy because I really didn't care for it at all. But I don't know if it's just because it sat for so long. I don't think that's why though. I think it's just because, you know, taste changed over time. That's why sometimes when I don't sell a fragrance, I'm kind of happy. Like now I kind of want to go get the original Uomo and see what I think about it now. But anyway, so if you like something that's kind of a spicy tonka, smooth leather fragrance. Again, it's not going to be like leathery, right? It's not going to be like a Tuscan leather and ombre leather. Those are like super prominent. This one, to me, for like front and center, I smell tonka, which again, love tonka. One of my favorite notes, beautiful cardamom and a nice smooth leather. In terms of performance, I personally think that this is one you're going to probably have the tendency to go nose blind to. So I was like, oh, it's not super strong. And then I left the strip in this room, walked out, came back, and before I even got near the door of this room, I was already smelling it. So it's one of those ones that I think it's strong enough to where you're very likely going to go nose blind. So I would be very careful when it comes to that. Performance, longevity wise, no qualms over a full work day with commute and everything, at least on my skin. Like, you're probably gonna have a hard time applying another fragrance midday because it's still gonna be going. And projection, you're definitely gonna get good projection for the first couple of hours. People talk about reformulations, but just think about this. If you get a new batch of something and it's from like 1 or 2 months ago, if you let it sit for a few months, it's probably gonna perform a lot, a lot stronger because it had time to sit and macerate. So, it might be like reformulated, but in all honesty, I feel like we're speaking too soon because the people that were talking about reformulations got a batch that was like maybe a few months old. So let's relax. I personally believe if they let it sit, it'd be fine. In terms of who can wear it, I feel like if Halloween Men X was maybe a little bit juvenile for you and you want something a little bit more mature, not mature, this isn't like a leather scent again, it's tonka bean, it's sweet. This would be your style. To be honest, I think any age could wear this one though. And in terms of like, is it masculine or feminine? I would say, you know, obviously this is marketed towards men. It is a sweet fragrance. I would say it leans masculine, but on feminine skin, it's probably pretty wearable, especially because I think a lot of women like the fragrances that are kind of those sweet tonka bean ones that do have a coffee note, because the coffee note is a little bit there, but it's not a super, like if you're looking for a coffee fragrance, I wouldn't go for this one. I would go for something that is like coffee dominant. This is definitely not coffee dominant, at least to my nose. When could you wear it? This is definitely a fall winter fragrance. If you live somewhere where it gets cool in the evening, I would say you could wear it in the evening year round. But if you live somewhere where it's hot in the evening still, just save it for fall and winter. In fact, probably more winter than fall. It is a pretty good projector, so kind of keep that in mind, especially if you're gonna wear it and it feels like it might get warm that day. You're probably not gonna be too happy with your choice because it'll get cloying. At least to me, this DNA would definitely get cloying. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's a little on the heavier side, but I think it's also pretty playful. So in my opinion, you could dress it up or down, but it's kind of got that date night DNA. You could wear it formally, honestly, when it's cool out. I probably wouldn't do it when it was warm, but formally, anytime in the evening. It's not so much a daytime scent, but if it's cold, I mean, honestly, wear it. I would see it dressed up, a little bit more dressed up, maybe like casual. I don't know that there's a whole bunch of fragrances that I'm gonna say like, oh, wear it with a graphic tee. So maybe that's just a me thing. Again, you could dress it up or down, but I think it would be really nice dressed up a little bit or on a date night, because it's got that kind of nice sweet appeal to it, and it's got a little bit of that you know, seductive tonka bean and leather. So it's got the notes that I feel like work really well on things like date night. In terms of cost, I believe the cost has gone back down because this was hard to find for a while, but they're producing it again. So if this guy gives me a second, hold on, chill. All right, so I'm seeing it on discounters. It looks like it is definitely more than it used to be, but you can get it for actually under $40. I'll link that one down below. Yeah, you can get it for under $40 on at least one website for the 3.4 ounce. I got this tester a couple years ago for probably like $30 or something like that. The non-tester bottles have the sprayer built in. I think it looks honestly a lot nicer, but I think they only had testers when I bought it. This was when it started to come out of production. So I was like, okay, I just want to see what the hype is about. And I was like, oh, I don't really like this. And I was gonna sell it, but now I'm like, I definitely like it now. So I'm glad I didn't. If you've tried this fragrance, comment down below. Let me know what you think. As always, remember to like this video if you liked it. Be subscribed to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.